Welcome to the Education Notebook. I'm Amelie Wilson. Well, it is a new year full of resolutions for a lot of us, and for many parents, communicating with their teenagers might be at the top of the list. You've probably heard a lot of fine, whatever, and I don't care. Clinical psychologist Dr. Barbara Greenberg has written a book titled Teenage as a Second Language, A Parent's Guide to Becoming Bilingual. You've got some great tips for us. Welcome, Barbara.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
So, first of all, how did you get together writing this book? You have experience as a parent.
Yes, I've experienced as a parent. That was probably the best part of my education. I also have worked with adolescents for over 20 years, both in inpatient and outpatient settings. So I have really learned a lot from what the teenagers tell me.
I mean, why do they say stuff like this, whatever? Do they really not care?
They care. That's the myth. They really do care. They care very deeply what their parents think about them. It would just be very un-teenage and very uncool to let their parents know that. They're at a stage where they're trying to become independent, but they still need their parents very much.
So let's talk teens. I know one of your tips is to be conversational, right?
That's right. And all throughout the book we have conversation openers, ways to get the conversation started. One of the best tips in the book, I believe, is that with teenagers you can't ask direct questions. They really dislike direct requests for information. For example, how was your day? How was the party?
Oh, it's fine.
Right, fine, which means nothing, which is a meaningless answer. You have to sort of go in a side door and ask indirect questions, like not how was the date, but would you recommend the movie? So you go in through a side door, you get information. The next tip is to stay calm, because if you start to panic and freak out when they're giving you information
that you asked for.
That's right, that you asked for, they will end the conversation. Nobody wants to talk to a mother or a father who starts panicking. And the third best tip is to listen, because the minute you start interrupting and giving them ideas about how they should have handled the situation, they will stop talking.
All right, keep them talking, right?
That's right.
Whatever it's about, just keep the conversation flowing, right?
Right. You need to keep the dialogue going.
Now, what if you don't agree with what they're saying? I know, show respect, right?
Right. Show respect. And your goal is to get all the information. So if you start disagreeing early on, you won't get all the information. So listen very carefully, and then the next day you may want to return to the conversation and talk about the points that you disagreed with.
Okay, another in the book you also say make yourself available. We're all busy. The kids are busy.
Right.
What if you're working full time? Can you set aside a time a day to talk to the kids?
I think that's a wonderful idea. Setting aside a specific time of day where you have even 10 or 15 minutes just to listen to your child. That will make all the difference. And I don't think it needs to be a family dinner or it needs to be something very specific, but just to let them know that there is a time of day when they have your undivided attention.
Great. Where can we find your book?
Oh, you can find it on the website, talkingteenage.com, or Amazon, or Barnes & Noble.
Great tips. Perfect for the new year. Thank you so much, Barbara.
Pleasure.
Very, very helpful.